Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you guys about not using a firearm to warn somebody off. Okay, in most states, including my own, if you point a gun at somebody, regardless whether it's loaded, unloaded, regardless what your intentions are, if you point a gun at somebody, you're using deadly force. Okay, so basically, when that gun comes out of the holster or that rifle muzzle comes up, um, deadly force better be warranted. Okay, so let's get into some details here. If you've got somebody that's a certain distance out, let's say 20 feet out, and they're acting in a threatening manner, right? But they haven't actually become a deadly threat to you yet, right? They're acting like they're acting in a threatening manner. They are a potential threat. Okay, um, they're not a threat yet. If you pull your gun out and you point it at them and you warn them to get away, right? What's going to happen is they have not become a deadly threat yet, because obviously if they were, you would have actually shot at them, right? So they are not a deadly threat yet, and yet you are presenting them with deadly force, and that is going to work against you in a courtroom. The law does not protect you in that instance. Okay, the law protects you, in the case where you're using deadly force to protect your life or somebody else's life. It does not protect you. It does not protect you in giving warnings. Okay, so that's really important. So we have to figure out where that line in the sand is, and it's going to be different under different circumstances. If somebody's holding a gun, somebody's holding a knife, if somebody's holding a Molotov cocktail, that distance is going to be different. Also, the number of people that are in that group is also gonna change the threat level. So these are things that we have to think about in advance. Okay, and this is the reason why we train and we practice, and we talk about different scenarios, because we want to have all these things already sorted out in our minds. Okay, we don't want to be trying to sort this stuff out while it's actually happening, and this is one of the issues that has come up recently. Especially particularly with rioters, who in many cases are a potential threat, okay, but they haven't actually crossed that line of being a deadly threat yet, and we have to understand, okay, that we cannot use a firearm to warn them. Okay, when we use the firearm, right, when we bring up that firearm and we present it, it's to use it, and that's just how it is. That's how the law is set up. Now you might say, isn't it better to warn them off and save their lives? And yes, that would be nice, but the law does not give us special protections, for doing that. Okay, the law actually works against that. Okay, so if we try to save somebody's life, if we try to save our attacker's life by presenting them with a firearm in an effort to try and warn them off, right? What's going to happen is, they're going to say that, hey, that person was obviously not a deadly threat to you because you would have had to shoot him, all right? So you presented them with deadly force where deadly force was not necessary. Okay, so that's the legal situation. So that puts us in the position where we have to know where that line in the sand is, right? Whether it's 10 feet out, 20 feet out, 50 feet out, depending on the circumstances. We have to know where that line in the sand is, and act only when that deadly force required. That's the only time that we point the muzzle at them. Basically, when that gun comes out of the holster, it has to come out for the purpose of being used. Okay, and I it's kind of funny. I heard this about 10 years ago. Somebody said that, yeah, when you draw a gun out of the holster, you have to use it. And I said that's silly. There's a lot of different circumstances where somebody can freeze, and you don't have to shoot them, right? Like for example, let's say somebody's actually breaking into your house, somebody just like kind of freezes, right, because they see you, and I'm like, that's silly. But given all this new information that has come out, and now that I've kind of had a chance to, over the last couple of years of putting everything into perspective, I now see the wisdom of this thing I heard about many years ago that I doubted back then, but now it's become very clear to me. Okay, the fact of the matter is that that the law does not give you protection for warning somebody. It only gives you protection when you have to defend your life. So you have to kind of craft your actions around the law. Okay, you have to figure out what and where does the law protect you, and how you gonna make your actions fit within the law so that you can defend yourself. And unfortunately, you do not get any protection for warning your attacker and trying to save their life. That's just not how it is. So now, there's, I think sort of like the exception to this is if somebody's broken into your house, and they're inside your house, like the actual rooms of your house, and you're about, you draw your firearm and you're about to shoot them, right? And they freeze, and now you've got them at gunpoint. Well, now since they've actually broken into your house, and the law really gives you an extra layer of protection when somebody's inside your home. That's probably the only instance where I think that you can probably get away with warning somebody with a firearm. Okay, but beyond that, if you're trying to warn somebody with a firearm outside of your house, it's probably going to work against you. So what it comes down to is you either have to draw your firearm and use it, or you don't. Okay, now you can issue verbal warnings. Okay, you can tell somebody, hey, get away from me, I'm scared, I'm armed, I'm going to defend myself. You can yell this out, and preferably you want to do it in such a way that it is being recorded by 911. And when you do so, keep it simple, okay? Just what I said. Get away from me, I'm scared, I'm armed, I'm going to defend myself. No more words than that, okay? Because you don't want to confuse a jury. You want a jury to get like something really simple and really easy that they can, they can easily digest. And it really doesn't even matter whether they might have heard it over there. What matters is that you try to warn them. Okay, that will work in your favor. But you will do this verbally. Okay, you will not do this by pointing a firearm at them, because that's going to work against you. Okay, so the gun only comes out of the holster, or the muzzle of a rifle only comes up. Okay, when we need to use it. Okay, that's what the law protects us. That's what we're going to have to work with. Okay, so if you guys have any comments, questions, put in the comment section. If you're not a member of the channel, please subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.